The unhappy customers of California. Another day, another government-imposed hassle in La La Land. Now they're coming for your condiments, Californians, as new regulations are squirting all over the Golden State. Nathan Solis reports this week for the Los Angeles Times. A line of takeout orders sat near the kitchen Monday afternoon at Langer's Deli. Customers and food delivery drivers streamed in an hour before closing, grabbing bags in a rush. Some may not have realized that their takeout sacks no longer included plastic utensils or napkins. Restaurants in Los Angeles are now restricted from freely distributing the disposable items and may offer them only to customers who ask for them. Under the ordinance, which took effect Monday for restaurants with more than 26 employees, all single-use disposable foodware dispensers will be removed. Businesses will also stop including plastic utensils and napkins with takeout orders or for dine-in meals unless a customer specifically asks for them. All food and drink businesses will be required to follow new rules starting April 2022. Backers of such rules are sending a climate virtue signal given the use of fossil fuels in the manufacture of plastic products. They also oppose plastic on the dubious premise that advanced economies like the United States have not yet figured out how to responsibly dispose of trash. Press an environmental activist on why plastic needs to be driven out of the lives of U.S. consumers, and you're likely to hear not about problems in U.S. waste management, but about countries overseas where people dump mountains upon mountains of shopping bags into the ocean. Backers of the new rule in Los Angeles also say it will save business owners money. Mr. Solis reports in the LA Times, but deli owner Norm Langer scoffed at that idea. The new rules will cost more money than it saves, he said Monday from his Epimus restaurant on Alvarado Street in Los Angeles. It's not worth the money to save on plastic utensils than it is to have an unhappy customer. Langer thinks the ordinance is full of good intentions, but he can already foresee some upset customers who reach into their bag for napkins after eating a pastrami sandwich or looking for a fork when they want to dig into the potato salad. People just forget to ask for a fork and spoon. It's human nature, Langer said. My customers are not going to be familiar with every new ordinance, and that could leave some of them pretty inconvenienced. The Los Angeles ordinance follows the recent enactment of a state law. Erica Martin of the Associated Press reported in October. California eateries will only give takeout customers single-use condiment packets and utensils if they ask for them under a bill signed into law Tuesday by Governor Gavin Newsom. It expands on existing state law that allows restaurants to distribute single-use straws only upon request. The law orders cities and counties to authorize an agency to enforce the rules by June 1st. Why was making local government the ketchup packet police a priority, tweeted California Senate Republican leader Scott Wilk in September. Don't forget about the toy police and the lawnmower police, Valerie Richardson wrote in October in the Washington Times that unleashing the ketchup cops was just one element of the state's tough on non-crime agenda. California Governor Gavin Newsom, fresh off last month's recall victory, signed a bundle of bills over the weekend that delivered a fresh layer of woke regulations to his allies on the Democratic left. Included were landmark measures to require ethnic studies for high school graduation, order large retailers to offer gender-neutral children's products such as toys and toothbrushes, ban restaurants from providing unsolicited single-use condiment packets and utensils, and phase out gas-powered lawnmowers and leaf blowers. Those were only a few of the 100-plus bills the Democrat signed at the end of the 2021 legislative session. But Headline-grabbing measures fueled the perception that the governor is thumbing his nose at recall supporters by expanding the state's regulatory authority. As many of us predicted, Newsom's defeat of the recall has only emboldened him to impose more freedom-killing measures, said Los Angeles radio talk show host Larry Elder, the leading Republican vote-getter in the September 14th recall. Randy Economy, former senior advisor and spokesperson for the recall campaign, said the only thing that has changed since the recall election is that Gavin Newsom has doubled down on lunacy. This column must admit, wondering in 2019 whether California had hit its peak liberalism, and the answer is a resounding no. Mr. Newsom is still aggressively testing the consumer pain threshold. Californians might hope that a consumer-friendly operation like In-N-Out Burger would lead a campaign against condiment cancel culture, but the purveyor of delicious fare has had its hands full in a separate battle with local regulators. In an AP report last month, it was noted another California county closed down an In-N-Out restaurant Tuesday because the popular burger chain refuses to enforce COVID-19 vaccination rules. Contra Costa County health officials indefinitely shut down the Pleasant Hill restaurant after it ignored repeated warnings to verify that customers who wanted to dine indoors had vaccination cards or proof that they had tested negative for the virus in the past 72 hours. We refuse to become the vaccination police for any government. It is unreasonable, invasive, and unsafe to enforce our restaurant associates to segregate customers to those who may be served and those who may not, In-N-Out said in a statement. It's now up to Californians of all palates to stand up for their basic fundamental rights.